Welcome back, whippersnappers. This is Gramps. We are in Shapez 2, playing the manufacturing mode, hard mode, and look at all these green lights. Oh, except for those. Still much more green than red. Of course, as I say that, we're getting... There we go. Look, see? Green, green. Mostly green. I mean, yeah, come on. There we go. It's mostly green. This is what we built last episode. We rebuilt this whole thing to create more of these uncolored X halves. Not the have-nots. So we are getting those, and those are running into this new system that we created here, which is definitely creating more of these X's, which is great. Now we still have these old ones in the hopper, and those ones are pretty dried up. And we've got one solitary little red train chugging along. You know what? I think I'm gonna do those. I'm gonna cut this off, and I'm gonna kill this train. I'm gonna kill all of this. And just get rid of it. There's some pieces in there, but you know what? I don't. We're just gonna get rid of them because this one is doing so well, and so we're gonna redo that track, and then let's do this. Let's take one of these guys. And let's duplicate it right here. As soon as that train gets out of the way. Boom. Alright, so that's going to make more of these X's. And you can see, too, that that train is pretty full. But here's why I wanted to redo this. Because, you know what my problem is. We did this, it's unloading unevenly. Feel like that causes issues. So let's just take one of these, and I do want to increase this, but what I'm going to do is take this part, move it up and out of the way, get rid of that, and then up top do that. So taking that, pasting it down below. All right, much better. So that bumps us all up by one. I'm gonna let these guys go ahead and run out. And this one, I'm just going to run there. There. And this, I'm going to go here and run it on in to there. So we'll get rid of that. There we go. So now these trains are going to start filling in that new one we just created while this one empties out. And look, that's going to be like a full batch of 6 going in. Love it, love it, love it. And how are these ones doing? Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, I also want to, fix this. Boom. Oops. Alright, we don't need that little spur. There we go. Okay, so just some cleanup. Again, building on the foundation that we had before. We had just the X's were not doing very well. I'm gonna kill off 2 of those trains because again now the number of trains, the number of packages that trains are carrying is so much higher than it was before that we should be good to go. We still don't have any deliveries on the bottom here. That's because I sent this one away. But there he's coming back. And we've got 2 trains there. How come I only saw 1? I'm looking along this line. There's 1. Okay, looking at this now this further one. There it is. There we go. Killed it, which should have regenerated it. There it is. And that's not a wait one, no, it's an immediate. Okay. Alright, so those are running in, which is great. And yeah, maybe maybe we do need some extras coming in to that. Yeah, you know what? I think we are. Because right now we only have 2 trains coming in here. That's not going to be enough. So let's go and use... We've got this green line up here. And see these green trains? They are returning empty. So I'm just going to bring it down here and do that. That said, I've now cut the greens off. Now I think, will the greens go off that way? No, they will not. All right. So I've created an issue. So I'm going to do this. Then get in here with the green track. Do that. Yay. Okay. Then as soon as I kill that, they are on track. So they will go back and forth from here and here. And that is going to be, that's going to be putting a ton of those shapes in to that system. Which once we enable all of it, which means these guys, then we will be sitting pretty. I think that maybe I need to I'm gonna redirect some of these guys into here. That's what I'll do. I'll just pull the reds. Yep. Red is going to come down. Oh, except, of course, we have no train stop. Because I deleted it. Let's just get a load of each of those. Or do I just say forget it? And I mean, that one's not too bad. This one's got a lot. Alright, never mind. I'm going to do something different. Yeah, these can all go. These are empty. So let's do this. Alright, I'm gonna just get rid of all this. And then I'm gonna get rid of these ones because there's not a lot in there. then all of these. I'm gonna run down here. And I'm gonna unload all those into a new station. And just get rid of them this way. There we go. So I'm going to unload all of these from up here down into there. And that's also going to balance these guys. All right, and then those, that's going to be good. All right, so now in the meantime, I'm going to take this. I'm going to copy it down to here. So we're going to start building this one up. Just going to send you back. I feel like, yeah, this needs more than one train. And you can see, by the way, this guy is still very slowly chugging along. Yay, now we've got 2,500 research credits. Okay, this guy is still cruising. And yeah, this one's starting to build. Still nothing in on the bottom layer, but here comes our first batch. And the idea is now let's take this and we can expand it out to the right once we start getting enough of these guys coming in. And what I'm going to do is, this is all, you know, all this stuff here is a temporary build. And what I'm going to do is create a temporary train. Look, I'm not even going to space it out. And I'm just going to bring it up to there and run it in. So that's going to take all these shapes and re-deliver them up to the top. And I'll enable that once these are emptied out. And then once these are emptied out, I'm going to delete them and copy all this into there and there. There's that bottom train. Look at that. That is not emptying out. Excellent. That means we're getting enough to go into here and here. And here comes another one. It might just skip past that. Yep. All these would be running into these ones. So, yay. This seems to have been stuck on 112,000 for a minute. Oh, look at that. It's even heading back. You know what we could do is this. We could get these going. That's in line with that. And this one will be in line with that. Okay, now this train is headed back. I'm going to return it so it'll empty into here. Cool. So because these trains have a distance to go, I'm just going to go and start stocking in these bottom ones. First one is empty. These guys are almost empty. Excellent. And then I need to remember when I copy this, do not include the stations at the bottom. Because I think it'll overwrite what's in there. Okay, let's go and take a quick side trip. Let's see what's going on with this dude. Is this one at the end correct? No, it's not. Although that one is very empty. This one is empty. Yeah, it's green. So we just have to follow green. Back. This way. And we have to autosave. Yay! And while we're autosaving, please take a minute and toss me a like, and if you have not yet, a subscribe. Do videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and oh look, see, that's an empty train. I don't like an empty train, my friends. We do, yes, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Alright, we've got nothing coming in on the top. That is this guy. Why do we not have you? It's because there's no red ones? Is that what it is? Yeah, I've got blue and green, but I've got no red. Alright, so that is on our red line. Yeah, there's an empty train. Come on, we were supposed to be increasing all of these. Oh yeah, that's not good. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, good. That's an easy answer. Let's respawn you. Yeah, look, we've got a ton of reds here. So this is a problem with with my computer. It's been, you know, like when I grab this and do something, it makes these artifacts, and so it just completely blew out this track. So that's a good idea. Keep an eye on things. Why are they not moving? Like this guy is not moving. We could go look into that. But I don't know where it is the problem. Alright, so let's go back to the problem at hand, which was over here. Yeah, see, look at this. See, like, I didn't create those. Alright, look at this. Perfect timing. Oops. Look at all those shapes down there waiting to come in. Ah, that's glorious. Alright, this one, we can get rid of this whole thing. Perfect. Alright. So I'm going to copy just this top bit here. Right on top of those. Oh, not there. Alright, excellent. Now I'm going to copy the bottom bit. The bottom bit is just this. Perfect. Then, to help fill that top, we're going to take these old shapes and move them back up. Perfect. See, that would be another thing, and I'd mentioned this before, having a like a filter or a switched track, and then you could take it and do something like this, right? And you could say, hey, if the train that comes through here is empty, go up this way, return, and go back. You know? That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? And yay, those top ones are getting filled in, and we know that they have bottom shapes already. Good. And that is this, so we can respawn it. This one will be empty in a minute. Once these are all empty, then I'm just going to delete them. Like that. Perfect. Love it. I love that. So yeah, these are cruising. Now the question, yeah, see, once we start getting these ones that are full at the top, then we can create new, then we can, you know, start copying these out to the right, which increases their production, which just helps with everything. So we got this bottom one. Yeah, look, it's full there. And is it full there? Yeah, these are looking good. So I'm going to take this and copy it to there. And we still have more. But now that one will empty out here. That's our green train. So I'm just going to respawn you. So now we've got 5 stations here to fill, but here we only have 4. That said, I think that these are not maxing out yet. So I'm not going to expand that yet. But this is working so much better. Too. It's just one shape, and then it, you know, flips half of them, and yeah, I'm really happy with how that one worked out that we built last episode. Here come more trains full. And how are these? Yeah, see, look, that's full of shapes. That one is, you know, these ones have just been emptied out. This one will start picking up all those. And then we could even, if we need to, expand this. If these guys are all headed back and they're full. Let's see how this one does. Let's pause it and see. So that's half full. And there, oh, look at that. It's still has shapes. It's not going to make it to the end, but that top guy here. Yeah, he's not making it to the, yeah, so the end one is still a little light. Here come trains on the bottom, though, and we're going to see how they do. Going to take a minute for that 112 to start going up, but once it starts going up, it should go up pretty quickly. I think these ones will get to the end. I think we'll get some shapes from the bottom here at the end, because this one hasn't emptied out at all. Yeah, look at that. So we'll get a full load at the bottom. That might, if it empties out. Oh, it's not even empty. I love that. Look at this, and we've got all these ones coming in at the top. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking good. These guys are I mean, pretty chock full. I don't like the way that I've set this up because it's different than my normal. All right, let's watch where this bottom guy. I'm just trying to see if we can do another section of these. That's unloading there. It's probably not going to make it to the end. I'm assuming, yep, it only makes it there. There's another one. This guy's headed back. I mean, this is pretty chock full. I think I'm going to do another train. And the reason I have so many trains on this compared to the others is because it's so far away that I feel it needs it. I mean, look at that. That is full. And we just want these ones hammering in. I'm going to do another one. Okay. This one definitely has the most trains coming in, but look how far it has to go. It's coming all the way here. And all the way down here, where these guys are. And then in to here. And this is what, right now, I mean, this is base infrastructure, right? And if this isn't just pumping, like every time these trains go through, they need to be full. They need to be filling this guy up. All right, this one should be done now. Yes, this is done. All right, that one is full. Now, these guys are doing okay. But again, this one should be hammered full and just going crazy. Is delivering like one row to each of these. Okay, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it did 2 to another one, but the next one should be coming right in behind it, which is not. All right, so let's get. We need more. We need more. All right, top guy. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Yeah. I mean, look, oh, we've got so many of those. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Ah. There we are. This is not pretty, but it works. Again, I just want these ones so full that these trains are always going out with a full batch, a full load. I just did one space. All right. So I'm going to add this one in. That said, none of that is live. So it's going to start filling this up. And once I see that these are all green, then I'll go ahead and enable it. But yeah, like, I feel like this train, which is on the bottom there, it's doing a little delivery there. It'll do a full delivery here. And then there'll be nothing. Oh, there is some left to go in here. Nice. I like it. And yeah, now with these extra trains I just added in here, we're getting all the way. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trains pulling from here. Plus these others that are being used for other things. So like cyan is going to go down, I think. Oh, nope. Cyan goes up. Yeah, there's cyan and this one's blue. And that is delivering in there, which is full. So it doesn't need any more. And then that is doing this, which is also full. Which is delivering into here, which is a shape being used. See, I mean, yeah, and that one's coming back full too. So that tells me that somewhere along the line here, we can expand a machine. Oh, that's coming into here. Yeah, see, that's... So this guy should be doing good. Ah, that's the one that we have. Donation just going right into trash. But see, look, like this is not... Look at how weeny that is. There's just nothing. And that's why those other ones are full. It's because this guy here is lagging. So let's follow that one back. So that's red on this track. That's this one, so that's good. Not that, not that. All right, red. This is where it's coming from. Okay. So this is lagging because this top shape. Which is blue. The bottom one is doing fine. So just tracing all these back. This is like if you've ever done electrical work. This is, yeah, all right, well, this circuit works. Why is this circuit not working? All right, so this one, we've got shapes coming in on the top. It's because of green X's. Green X's are what are letting us down here. Those are coming in on this blue track. And that's just coming from the green X machine. So this one should be... yeah, it's right here. So this should be increasing slowly because this one is being held up, I'm assuming, because of red X's. So now red X's are going to be doing better because of all that work that we've done. And then... and then it just keeps rolling on uphill. Right? So this is red. Where are these being made? Let's make sure that... Yeah, there's an empty train. We'll make sure that wherever this is coming from, it's because it's suffering from red X. No, it's not. It's suffering from this one and that one. It's suffering from both, to be honest. Yeah. Red X's are not doing well there. Oh, look at that, though. That is a chance. To change this. To that. Perfect. Okay. And again from here. Hello, autosave, my old friend. I just, again, with the slower computer, I'm afraid to get rid of autosave. It's a catch-22, right? The autosave slows us down. There's a red train full of red X's. We need a green train full of red X's. There's our green train right there. But you can see that, again, right now, we just don't have the red X's because this blue train is going to pick up all of these. And then those, and all of these, and all of these, and all of these. And then there's none there. So that's why, again, we went back and we increased this machine. And that is going to fix our problem. There's a band called The Fix. They have a song. It's called One Thing Leads to Another. And that is what is going on. So yeah, you can see now, and this is just starting, is that these are bulking up. And then it's gone. Perfect. We need more of these. 3. So I'm going to bulk it up some more, but not here. That's a pretty small. And you know what? This is kind of taking all those. What's going on over here? Oh, this is a test build. Or a swapper. Alright, do we have any other decent things of uncolored? Uncolored windmills. I mean, this is not a big batch here. This one is not huge, but it's working well for this because it's so close. See, it's just hammering those in. That one is not big. Like right here is where we're sort of on the edge of being good-sized patches, like here. All right. So right now we've got, what do we have? We have red and green running into that system. We did a shape depot. Yeah, fits in here. this track going up and down, because then I'm going to take all this, flip it there. All right, so this is going to make a good amount, and we're going to change these to be blue. Then we're going to bring it over here and run it in right here. Now we could do the same thing and do a different color, like right here. I feel we need that, again, because of these distances. And I'm also going to take this and do that. Now it's going to take a minute to get going on that, because it is 4 trains and there's nothing in here for it to pick up yet. Do it there. They're not going to be blue. They will be cyan. Okay. Look what we did. Now we can actually do Painite. Alright, now I gotta wait for this train to go by. There we go. I killed one of the trains, kind of on purpose, but it didn't have any shapes on it. Okay. So that is gonna start hammering all those shapes in to here. And that will eventually, you can see some are making it to this one, but none here so far. All right, so let's go take a look at Painite. We have our diamond is unlocked, but we haven't actually unlocked it. Let's do that. Okay, one of the rarest refined shapes known. No new toys for this one, just everything you've learned applied to a station that expects all of it. Oh my goodness. It's the final tier before construction begins. Make it count. Hey, we did get 2,000 platform capacity. That is all good. We do have a new shop item. All right, this, yay, look at that, is making just white X's. I love it. I love it a lot. And look, that's the one shape that we've got a ton of in here. So great. Once it started to unlock, it really started to unlock. Okay, so let's take a look at the shop and see what our new dealie is. Okay, so our trade station makes this. Oh, look at that. That's an interesting one. A research station. If we feed this shape, which is not crazy, it will create this. So color, and then gray, and then black. And look at this. Color, gray, black. So if we did enough of these, we could, if we doubled this up, then we could divide this into 3 pieces and make these guys. Make a good chunk of those guys. And then these are just regular shapes, the rest of them. Ah, so that is a good one there. And that's just the research station. That's not an alternate trade station. And then this is similar to this, just with secondary colors. So let's look at our Painite. And our Painite is going to start making the Y shape. Why ask why? All right, so let's look at it. Oh, so rough. All right, this one wants 150,000 of those beasts. So it wants 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different shapes. And it looks like it's kicking out all here. Now, I'm assuming some of these will be different orientations. Let's look at this. Oh, no, maybe it's only kicking out 1. Oh, it is. It's just going to kick this out. Okay, okay. We can do this. We can make this happen. All right. First, let's go back to that research shape, because that is going to be the key to all of this. And it's going to use... It uses this, right? Yeah. Checkerboarded with magenta circle and then a white star with pins is going to create that. That seems easy to make. And why are we getting these? We're not getting these in on every layer. That's annoying. Annoying at best. Yeah, we know this one's slow. And again, I'm going to say that this one is slow because of the backlog of red and blue X's. So again, the fix is correct. One thing leads to another. Now, this is going to be... let's take this and move it up a bit. So, let's do an unloader. 4, 5. No, that's it. This is so ridiculous. That's the way it looks. All right. So, back here, this guy is currently doing what? It is going into here to make this. Oh, and it's getting rid of all of those. Aha. All right, all right. So I've got an idea. Are these all the same one? Yeah, they are all top left. Okay. And they're not on all the layers, which is annoying. Is that on purpose, for a reason, or because of cause? Yeah, there's nothing coming out here and here and here. Why? That's just moving very slowly. Okay, it's coming through here, all right. And here, all right. So it's taking everything and chopping it up. I think it's backed up. Because of reasons beyond our ken. Okay, so what I want to do is take these guys and reconstitute them into an X. Or do I need to? Milestone. I don't. I just need to make them into an hourglass. So maybe we do a similar trick. Alright, I'm going to do this. I'm going to use that as a marker for there. So maybe we do a trick similar to this, where we're taking all those shapes in and then giving some of them a rotate and making an hourglass. Yeah. 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 Right, let's try this. Is that really where I was? Yeah, no, that's not. Here's right. All right. So if I take these. But this, yeah, it's a 180-degree rotator. Right here. I do want to take this and put it down here. Does that make hourglass shape? Let's see. Come on. Give me that shape. Yes, it does. Yay. Okay. Beautiful. 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 Maybe I kind of wanted that to be on the upper level. Yeah. because then I can have it all combine. To there. All right, now let's do loaders. Perfect. All right, now, do we have a circle, a magenta circle anywhere nearby? Circle, magenta. Oh my God, way down there. Okay, we don't have one nearby. I look at my little curly Q here. That just made me happy. All right. I just had another thought. You know what would be cool is if you could take an existing shape like a blue square and run it through red paint and have it be, instead of a painter, have a tinter. It's a red paint onto a blue square would make magenta. Just an idea. Operator. All right, yes, we need that. So let's just do it the old-fashioned way. All right. Give me a minute. I'm gonna set up a painter and all that stuff. We got red, blue, and circles. All right, so I've got everything set up where we have magenta fluid coming in to our hourglass circle shapes. The circles I'm just pulling out of here and just hourglassing them right there. But boom, magenta. I've got a smaller patch of blue here, so I'm just pulling it direct into the system and making that magenta fluid, bringing in the red from there. So that is making magenta right now. The shape that we're looking to make is set up this way, but it doesn't matter. Like the orientation doesn't matter. So this is actually going to be opposite. So we've got blue, the hourglass circles going this way, and the hourglass X's going this way. But that's fine. So what I'm going to do, just had a thought here, is I'm going to set up the triple stacker we just created not too long ago. And yeah, that has to go on the ground level. I'm gonna flip it upside down like so. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the output of this and run it into one of the two bottom slots. And that's gonna be on the very bottom. This is already on the middle layer. So that's going to run into there. And let's get that going before I forget. Bam, it's close. So I'm just going to do one train. And it's not a lot of material there anyway. This also close, not a lot of material. All right. So those two are running in. Now, what I'm going to do is somewhere we need a white star. And we're going to do a white star with the pins. So we get spike white. Do we have one nearby? I don't think we do. All right, so wait, where are we again? Right here. All right, so this is going to be where we're currently aiming to. I know we had some off here to the right, but it's way off in the distance. Yeah, see, way down here. We've got so many of them. It'd be nice to just do that. There to here, right? Yeah, right there. All right, let's just do it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, here's another little rogue train. Another one. Annoying. Okay, so we've got green train there. Let's do a cyan train. It's gonna pick these guys up. Yeah, right on this track. All right, let's get an address. Where are we headed to? We are headed to... Boop. All right, there. 3 minus B. Okay, we're headed for 3 minus B. And this is run along in here. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, that will not work. So, yeah, if we have a cyan coming along here, yeah, that's not going to work because there's cyan is up here. What about... Oh, yeah, because that's pulling that shape. So this might be tricky. Let's do yellow. There's yellow. Just make sure that along the way there's no yellow join in. There's a magenta. Oh, I think we do have yellow join in and like right here. Yep, yep, yep. All right, so I'm going to abandon this track. What I'm going to do is create a whole different one. Depot shape. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is this. And right here, we're going to do pins. Yay. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and get that going. And yeah, I'm going to do 2 trains. And we're going up to the 3rd layer on this one. So it was 3 minus B. So let's get to the 3 layers. There. And the good news is that we don't really have a whole lot at this layer. I'm going to pull it out here. And have it just mirror that bottom one into there. And the only reason we're doing this is for that donation, for that research station. So if we come down here and do a research station, and do 1, 2, 3, 4. so. And there. Perfect. Yeah, let's just do that. And to that. Okie doke. So that is going to make the basis for this, right? No, that makes this, which is the basis for these. That's right. Maybe I don't want to pin those guys there. Maybe I want to pin those here. Yeah, I think that's true. So I'm going to do that. Because we're going to need white spikes over here. So let's get all those white spikes coming in together. Yeah, this is red, correct? Yes, all right. Oh, autosave. That is the toughest boss in this game at this level. Alright, I'm just... yeah, this is going on top of so many things. Alright, I'm just gonna connect these up. And actually, these I'm going to clear out. Okay, there we go. Good. All right, that is going to be better. And here are those two trains. They're just cruising along empty, as I assumed they would be. So here's where we're going to leave things today. But we have a start on these three shapes for Painite. We already know how to do this one. I just basically need to go and do the exact same thing, but instead of red, green, and blue, magenta, yellow, and cyan. And then this guy, which I think... Let's take a quick peek here. We do have our white... well, no, that's just... Yeah, that's white X. Along with the black X, which that's easy. This is a crystal layer here. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. A 5-layer shape. And these are crystals too. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Alright, this one's going to be painful. And to make white, or to make the black crystal fluid, we just mix two whites together. So there you go. And so yeah, it's gonna be a whole load of fun. Maybe we'll have some multiple crystal things going on. Like we'd create this white football at the bottom, and we create this guy at the top, and have it go through a and then pin this one and drop. Oh, that's how we do this. All right, so we just do all this, and then we create this, boom, boom, this shape here with the hourglass, the white square, and then a pin. This we create white, white, pin, pin. Then we take that whole thing and run it through a black crystallizer. Boom. Bob is your uncle. Excellent. I love it. I love it. That is what we're going to do. And we're going to work on that next episode. I think we've done our good stuff. Don't forget, please toss me a like and a subscribe. And don't forget, looky what I forgot. Don't forget that blueprints are in the description. So you are welcome to those. Don't have blueprints for this. If you want me to toss this in as a blueprint or anything that you've seen me build, please let me know in the comments. Happy to do it. Awesome. Thank you so much. This is Gramps signing off.